For the past 9 years, Metroidvanias have experienced a boom unlike any other genre and given us some of the best gaming experiences ever. Titles like Nine Souls, Mio Memories in Orbit, Hollow Knight Silksong, Twilight Monk, Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree, Animal Well, Voidrot, Kingdom Shell, and After Image are just a few of the numerous wonderful offerings we have had the pleasure of playing. And with upcoming games like Lucid, Castlevania Belmont's Curse, Eternal Lucis, Krausworn, and Bloodstained the Scarlet Engagement on the horizon, it's clear that Metroidvanias still have a lot of gas in the tank, at least for the foreseeable future. That being said, all of the aforementioned games are in 2D, and while there have been a few 3D releases here and there, like Metro Gravity, Pseudoregalia, and Massalia Echoes of the Past, they are aberrant exceptions. Now, as a fan of both 3D games and Metroidvanias, as well as someone who has researched more than 600 titles in the genre, I'm always on the lookout for upcoming releases that hold a lot of potential, and that's exactly what this video is about. Thus, follow me, fellow gamers, as we take a look at 10 fantastic upcoming 3D Metroidvanias that should absolutely end up on your wishlist. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
Beneath the earth, something stirs.
Wields the sword of a powerful ant warrior in search of his lost queen in Project Ants, a 3D Metroidvania title aiming to bring together the in-depth exploration of Hollow Knight and the technical hack-and-slash combat of Ninja Gaiden. The fallen insect kingdom you'll get to explore is sprawling and unforgiving, with deadly enemies and treacherous traps waiting around every corner in order to bring your mission to an untimely end. The world is quite vertical and will require mastery of your various movement abilities in order to discover every single secret it hides, but also to optimize your traversal routes, with skills such as wall running and hook grappling allowing you to move around the setting like a demented ninja. Now, as fun as exploration appears to be, combat does take center stage here, with each clash you'll get to experience being a tactical dance of attacks, dodges, and deflections meant to create openings in order for you to move in for a deadly strike, with the game also featuring a dismemberment mechanic, which I always adore. Furthermore, Project Ants features a pheromone system, which allows you to enhance mobility and exploration as well as helps chain combos together, though exactly how that works remains to be seen. In addition, the title boasts a lot of playstyle customization via the existence of upgrades related to your traversal abilities, your weapons and equipment, as well as certain map enhancements, thus giving way for you to tailor the experience to your own tastes. I cannot overstate how impressed I am by this game, which will certainly be a day one purchase for me. Project Ants has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, with unconfirmed rumors about console releases also flying about.
And memory still remains.
Explore a vast planet filled with crystal structures and ancient technology in CALX, a 3D Metroidvania inspired by visionary science fiction art. You are the Seeker, and you go on a journey across planet Syro in order to uncover the fate of the alien Quoth civilization, a mission that will take you through a diverse range of landscapes, each one with its own theme and feel. CALX is meant to be both a contemplative as well as frenzied experience, fluctuating between moments of stillness and intense combat like rhythmic waves. Movement is your main tool here, with exploratory abilities such as the double jump, air dash, levitation, and grappling hook allowing you to freely traverse the world and discover the numerous secrets it's hiding. Combat mixes melee as well as ranged attacks, and places emphasis on a dodge mechanic which will have you quickly evading enemy assaults in order to find openings and retaliate. Both combat and traversal related skills are upgraded via the use of ancient technology remnants that you recover, effectively making you a much more formidable explorer and threat. If the game interests you, there's also a demo currently available, so give it a go. CALX is expected to come out on the 8th of October 2026 and has been confirmed for PC first, with PS5, Nintendo Switch, as well as Xbox Series X and Series S ports expected later in the year. You awaken in a forgotten gorge, lost, alone, and devoid of memories. A voice echoes in your mind, and with its guidance you acquire the power of the boomerang, a powerful tool that you will have to use in order to brave this enigmatic realm and uncover the truth of your identity in Drift Vale. Said boomerang isn't just a weapon, but a wondrous artifact hiding slumbering powers which you will have to awaken, some of them relevant to combat while others to exploration and traversal. The game focuses on fluid movement and tight controls, both of which are meant to make you feel like the setting is your playground as you weave together different acrobatic skills in order to navigate the 7 interconnected biomes that comprise the world. It is of note that Drift Vale is meant to be a compact experience that won't last more than a few hours, though it aims to offer intense gameplay and narrative experiences within its short span, making it ideal for players looking for a brief yet full Metroidvania journey. Drift Vale has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Enfant is a title that harkens back to the PS2 era of platformers, which is arguably the best era to harken toward. In a vibrant, decaying world that is still reeling from humanity's last-ditch efforts to survive prior to their complete destruction, you are an anthropomorphic elephant who is searching for his lost herd. Your journey will bring you across the last remnants of what was once the human civilization, as well as a variety of evolved animals that have achieved elevated intelligence and will either become your friends, foes, or something in between. The setting is not only brimming with fantastic visuals, but also puzzles, which you will be able to solve in a variety of ways depending on your skill set at any given moment. For example, you will be able to use your trunk in a variety of different situations, including instances where you will have to soak up water in order to douse flames and move forward. Of special note is an element of ecosystem mentality the game will have, which will give way to various instances of emergent events that you will stumble upon. Enfant is one of those games that aims to be both an entertaining playground as well as a piece of art that invites reflection and experimentation, making it a Metroidvania that holds a lot of potential. Enfant has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Supraworld is the sequel to the critically acclaimed Supraland, a fantastic sandbox Metroidvania that came out back in 2019. Step into the boots of an apprentice of the Solvers Guild, who must go on a quest to save a princess in order to graduate. Much like its predecessor, Supraworld takes place in a large handcrafted toy sandbox that acts as a foundation for the incredible lengths of creativity your mind is capable of. While combat does exist here, it takes a backseat to puzzle solving and exploration, as every nook and cranny of this world is up for grabs and could potentially hide valuable secrets. The game features limited handholding, instead choosing to respect your intelligence and allow you to figure out novel ways of reaching its countless points of interest by utilizing your various traversal abilities as well as the setting's geometry and physics, effectively making it a veritable playground of discovery. A new addition that was not present in the previous title are detective cases, which have you gathering clues in relation to certain crimes that have been perpetrated, which you then use to determine the culprit out of a group of suspects. Supraworld came out in early access back in August of 2025 for PC, with console versions expected to follow once it leaves early access, though that date remains unknown. Liminal City Axiom of Maria Chapter 1 is pretty much the worst case scenario of what happens when our AI tools get out of control. In a world where humanity has gone nearly extinct due to a massive decrease in births, everything has come under control of AI technologies who have backed up the deceased humans into a virtual world called Beyond. We follow Kay, a female fighter on a mission to find her missing husband with the help of a hacker named Kim, all the while being pursued by a legion of aggressive AI creations. Liminal City harkens back to the action games of the early and late 2000s, featuring arcade combat, acrobatic traversal, and engaging puzzle solving situated across a vast world that incorporates several ability-gated areas for which the acquisition of new abilities will be necessary to gain access. Bosses are also of note here, with the big bad you'll clash against necessitating more than just dodging and slashing, with pattern recognition and weakness exploitation being essential to survival. I should mention the game also has a prologue available on Steam for a fee, as well as a demo if you want a taste of what it offers. Liminal City Axiom of Maria Chapter 1 is expected to come out sometime in February of 2027 and has been confirmed for PC. I discovered Stone a few years back, and I remember thinking that the trailer was really cool and, for some reason, kind of reminded me of Soul River a bit. I eventually got a chance to try it out during the Steam Next Fest of 2025, and, thankfully, was thoroughly impressed by it. Stone is a 3D Metroidvania that has you playing as a creature made of the titular material, who's trapped in a mysterious world and is looking for a way to escape. The good news is that you have the ability to take on various different forms in order to fully explore your surroundings, which is essentially the game's approach to ability-gated exploration. For example, early on you gain the skill to transform to a spider that can crawl across walls and also shoot its web to either pull itself on a wall or swing from hooks. And later you learn how to fragment yourself and pass through gates, as well as how to transform to a large mirror and reflect rays of light. Each power felt unique and fun in its own way, though the spider was my personal favorite. I also liked how at times the game allowed me to approach combat either head-on or stealthily by creeping up on my enemies and performing a coup de grace. There were several collectibles to find here, such as some precious stones that I could equip to increase my power, materials that might be usable for crafting, though I'm not sure about that one, and some other stone currency that I could spend at save points to upgrade my health and energy, with said save points also functioning as fast travel portals. In addition, I had a lot of fun with the game's environmental puzzles. Stone captivated me with its exploration and environments, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Stone has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Twilight Bastion is a Metroidvania Souls-like fusion whose visual style strongly brings to mind Vagrant Story, an old RPG from the 90s. The Twilight Bastion is an abyssal place rumored to exist somewhere between illusion and reality. It's also the place where you suddenly wake up, devoid of memories, and embark on a mission to uncover the reason why you were sent here in the first place. Twilight Bastion places a lot of emphasis on combat, with you having to constantly be on the lookout for various chests and secret areas, as well as pillage fallen enemies, all of which have the possibility to provide new equipment in the form of more powerful armor, sturdier shields, and deadlier weapons. Of note here is the fact that there is no predetermined class list for you to choose from, and you instead tailor your progression according to your preferred mode of approach based on how you level up your character in terms of statistics, which you do by utilizing Sanctity, the game's currency. I'll admit this one speaks to me on a personal level due to its strong PS1 nostalgia vibes, so I'm really looking forward to experiencing it. Twilight Bastion has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Crystal Mountain Isle used to be the largest magic crystal exporter, responsible for providing crystals to witches and wizards around the world for generations. However, one day the exports stopped, and the island has been shrouded in mystery ever since. You step into the boots of a delivery cat who finds himself stranded on the isle, and embarks on a journey to uncover its secrets. That's the premise of The Secret of Crystal Mountain, a Metroidvania that draws a lot of inspiration from the awesome platformers of the PS2 era, as well as the masterpiece that is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. While combat is present here, with you being capable of taking on the various foes populating the setting in exciting one-on-one sword fights, it is the aspect of exploration that truly steals the show, since Crystal Mountain Isle functions as a sprawling puzzle box that you'll need to solve, with some of its conundrums requiring the use of certain items you'll find on your journey, such as bombs and the flute, while others necessitating the utility of various traversal abilities, including double jumping, swimming, and gliding. This game looks like it's going to be a true nostalgia trip, and I'm all here for it. The Secret of Crystal Mountain is expected to come out sometime in late 2026 or early 2027, and has been confirmed for PC and Nintendo Switch.
Listen to me, Zoe.
If you've ever wondered what it would feel like to be a very small person inside the giant's house, wonder no more, because Elusive is here to give you the answer. Step into the role of Zoe, a member of a race of tiny individuals called Elusives, who inhabit the homes of humans while staying undetected and borrowing things they need from them in order to survive. Zoe is a part of the Raiders, whose task is to venture into the homes they dwell in so that they can bring resources back to their community in order to ensure its survival. As luck would have it, the house Zoe will be exploring happens to belong to a powerful witch and is considered haunted, a place where danger lurks around every corner, including two very aggressive predators in the form of the witch's cat and raven. Exploration takes center stage here, since the house is massive and interconnected, with every nook and cranny being a potential hiding spot for concealed treasure. Your journey is complemented by a handy crafting system, since aside from treasure, you'll also come across materials necessary to create gear that will help you reach previously inaccessible areas, such as boots that allow you to double jump, or special moth dust that gives you the ability to dash forward. Combat does have a place here as well, with Zoe having to go up against enchanted creatures that she will need to defeat and rescue from the malicious spell afflicting them with the help of her needle sword. The game looks fantastic, and I get the feeling that it will end up being a truly memorable experience. Elusive is currently expected to come out on the tentative window of May 2027 and has been confirmed for PC, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, as well as the Xbox Series X and Series S. What did you think of these games? Did you already know about them? Are you planning to try any of them out? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'd also appreciate it if you could like, share and hype it, since it helps with its visibility. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you wish to find more new games, I have a ton more videos in this series on my channel, so go watch those as well. On a last note, if you got any sort of value out of this video, please consider buying me a coffee at my coffee page, the link for which you can find in the video description. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out.